Biggie has said in the past, and he has a lot of things delivered to his home, that FedEx has the worst delivery drivers and UPS has the best.
Mm-hmm. Always.
Where does Amazon fall? In the middle somewhere?
They're back end by far. It depends on who's delivering for Amazon sometimes. But I don't like, sometimes they'll bring it to your door. Sometimes they pile it in the apartment hallway.
You've said.
FedEx I've watched actually pull up without getting out of the van and throw something into the middle of the hallway, which somewhat impressive.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I know what's going to happen every time I say this. Apparently there's two distinct divisions of FedEx where people call me and they say, well, I don't work for that one. That one sucks. But I can't tell the difference. It says FedEx and I think you suck.
You say they hire from like a different company hires FedEx.
They always explain it as there's this division and this division, but
yeah.
I don't care
if it has the FedEx logo
on it. How much? Yeah.
See right here in the bottom, it says that's the suck division.
You got the suck.
You got FedEx suck.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
That's it's ground, air, and suck. FedEx.
In fact, they need a different color.
Yeah, they do.
I have come to hate them so much that when I watch the classic movie Castaway,
yes,
he works for FedEx.
Yeah.
That in the beginning I just hold up a middle finger while he's doing all that sorting and
because he's about time. It's always got to be on time.
We got to go because no.
They say that was great marketing for FedEx, and by the way, they paid for none of that. The FedEx, they just chose them to do that. I was reading about Castaway. That they just chose FedEx and him to be a FedEx employee, and he was so dedicated to the craft and so meticulous. That's how he survived the island. And they said it was good marketing for FedEx.
But they needed to have things float up to the island, right?
And they did, because he was on a FedEx delivery plane that crashed. And so all those things came off the plane to the island.
Yeah, some of that's probably my stuff. Yeah.
No, they get stuff to you. It's just they throw it.
Yeah, right.
Well, they've also the ones that I've had the most, like, they just doesn't show up, and they're like, whoa, it's crazy out there.
At the end, Tom Hanks delivers all those items to the places. Remember, he goes so far above and beyond, he's delivering the items
and you know how I know
the people.
And that's how you know it's a movie.
Yeah, it's not real.
Not real, because real FedEx would be like, I don't know, man, I left him on the island.
I'm not going to. There's no way I'm going to bring that to you.
You think he got together with the angel wing lady?
Yeah.
The wing lady?
I think they...
It sure seemed like that it was headed that way.
Yeah, because she was now divorced from her husband who was cheating on her, which you see in the beginning of the movie. That's a real nice little touch there. And I do think that they wind up together. That's always how I put it in my head.
It just ends with him at the crossroads, the railroad crossroads.
Right. And he looks, and he could go back toward her, which I think we all believe he would.
But again, if it was real life, he would get to the edge of her farm there, the gate or whatever, kick open the Jeep door and punt it as far as he could into her yard.
Throw it into the barn.
He wrote her a nice note and said, this package saved my life.
Yeah.
And I brought it back to you. 1,000 miles, 10,000 miles from where he came from.
And then say something like, what do you want me to do, deliver it? Well, that's what you're paid to do, right?
I was on an island, Chief. I'm not doing a darn thing here. Yeah. Well, there is a FedEx driver who is being hailed a hero today, Matt Hovier. He's in Nebraska. And we actually have doorbell camera video of him delivering a package on the porch of a home in Nebraska when a 36-inch prairie rattlesnake, and you can hear it rattling, starts to come toward him. And so he's talking about what happened, and we have a little bit of the rattlesnake.
Took it up to the front door, and I sat it down. Oh! And then I'm like, and there he was.
There he was.
The snake was on the porch.
Snake's on the porch, yes.
Well, the snake is surprised he's that close with the package.
Snake's a UPS man as well.
Yeah, Snake's like, what are you doing here? Yeah.
They were each shot. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? So Hovier decided, I'm going to kill this snake. Even though the residents were not home, he could get into their garage, and he decided, I'm going to go in there and get some tools and kill the snake, because he knows that the people who live there have kids.
I knew they had a garage there, and I figured they probably had some tools I can go grab. I had some garbage bags in the truck, and I just like, I'll throw him in there, and then I'll decide what to do with him later.
And chopped his head off, threw him in the trunk, later discarded him.
Hope he didn't mix it up with the deliveries.
Me too. As Biggie would tell you, he may have just thrown that into somebody's yard. Who knows?
The snake attacked him.
Well,
you said it came for him.
Came close to him for sure, and he backed off and decided, I'm going to kill this snake. So he got into their garage and got a rake or a hoe and killed it. And then he left a note saying, I'm real sorry about all this blood on your porch. But the homeowner, in reading the note, said, we don't mind.
It said, I hope you didn't have a pet rattlesnake at your front door because I killed him. Matt, sorry about the blood. Thank you, Matt, very much. We're very, very thankful that you took care of business here.
You're welcome.
Prairie rattlesnakes are ambush predators that hide under brush, wait for their prey to be within striking distance and attack.
Ooh.
And it was right there next to the porch. And they are the largest rattlesnake in the United States. 36
The homeowner's teenage son didn't come running out. My snake's been sunning himself on the front porch.
I hope you didn't do anything.
I'm waiting on a delivery of frozen rats.
Yeah.
Anybody seen Xenu?
I just leave.
He's not in his cage.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well,
What do you do with the rattle? Would you keep the rattle?
I knew a guy who had a rattle.
That'd be really
Usually
cool
make them keychains.
souvenir.
Yes. When, in our day, now Dave's mountain people, I grew up very similar. I had a friend who had one as a keychain in high school. He's like, it's pure rattlesnake. It had like 9 rattles on it. It was a big one.
Was it original or he buy it somewhere?
He said it's original.
He didn't buy it up at Cherokee, did he?
Said he killed it up there.
I don't know about that.
That's what he said. Said he killed it. Took the rattle right off of
That's
it.
what the girls like.
This is what him and his daddy did. Now,
They get a year. It's a year for every rattle.
every rattle.
When they shed their skin, they get a new rattle.
That's right.
That's how you know how old they are. Yeah, it's like rings in a tree.
That's what he told me, Mitchell.
Yeah.
Mitchell told me.
You two are the country strong compare.
That's exactly right.
Mitchell wouldn't lie.
Now, prairie rattlesnakes, according to the Nebraska Park Service, they say what he did, yes, he's being hailed a hero, but what he should have done was backed away slowly and called the Nebraska National Park Service, leave them alone to avoid being bitten, and they would have humanely taken it to an area that was away from people, is what they said.
I guess, but
One of the best way to prevent a bite is to move away from the animal.
Yes.
Is what they say.
Don't
yeah.
be within striking distance.
Correct. Bites are more likely to happen if you provoke or attempt to kill or catch the rattlesnake. In this case, it turned out okay. And the homeowners were thrilled, of course, that they killed the rattlesnake.
sure.
How about that? Yeah.
Got kids.
Any word on your, speaking of predators, any word on your bat, Kelly?
Nothing yet. He said if he didn't call, we didn't have rabies.
Okay.
Oh, that's awfully vague.
This guy was real chill, as my son would say.
If we don't call.
He's mad chill.
Yes.
He's seen everything.
This guy was mad chill. In fact, let me tell you, a year ago, we had a bat get in the house. You remember that?
Sure. Yeah.
And I chased it all over the house, and a guy came and was very official, caught it, and my daughter said, "You're not going to have to kill it, are you?" That's a positive. That's an affirmative. We are going to decapitate the
Read
animal.
by the book.
Right by the book. He's like, we're going to test it for rabies and so forth. This guy, it took him a long time to get there. He rang the doorbell. I opened the door. He goes, he said, "Price of living out here in suburbia, huh?" I said, "Yeah, I guess so." Yeah. And
How many Teslas you got?
yeah, a lot of that. And so I said, "Well, I don't know where he is," because I couldn't track this bat. This happened only a few days ago.
Yeah, you don't have bat radar.
And I didn't know where it was. He goes, they like to hide behind curtains. I got it. And within 30 seconds, he had
Went
it.
to the first curtain he found.
First curtain, and he got it. And he just took it, didn't even use any kind of anything. Just grab it, put it in a...
With his raw hand?
Yeah, he had a glove on, but
Okay.
he knocked it into the cup.
Uh-huh.
And then...
Like a red Solo cup?
Yeah, he had a red Solo cup. He knocked it in there.
If you hit him just right, you stun him.
That was
He
it.
got to thump his head.
I mean, the guy he was mad chill.
Mad chill.
And he goes, "If you don't get a call in the next 3 or 4 days, you're fine."
Okay.
I said, "All right." And he says, "You're
Hope
not."
you write down the right number.
Are you jumping when the phone rings?
Well, the first time around I was. A year ago I was. He said, "We'll test it. We'll call." And they called us within 48 hours and said the animal did not have rabies.
You don't believe anyone had contact with the bat.
I know in this case we did not because I saw it come in. See, the first time around, I figured it had just come in because it was very, very active. This was a year ago. But the guy told me, well, it could have been in here for a week and you don't know it. It could have landed on you in the night and you have no idea.
That's what they do.
what they do. However, in this case, I saw it fly in right after my wife.
Wanted to go into her hair, didn't it?
Tried to.
Mm-hmm.
I said, duck. I said, don't look.
But it was too late.
It was too late.
She'd done been winged.
I said, don't look, Ashley. Boy, she hit the deck and crawled into the laundry room.
I bet she did. I'm surprised she's come out.
Like an army recruit.
Yeah. Like an infantryman.
She got really mad because I said, 2 hours later when it was over, I said, well, you could have done a load in here.
As long as you were here.
I had my sweat clothes sitting right there in the laundry basket. Oh, Joe, get a hold of me. I can't believe it. She was very, very upset. It was a really
Well, I hope your
difficult
phone
thing.
doesn't ring.
Me too. And by the way, the CDC has urged again, stop kissing and snuggling your pet turtle. They do this every year. I've heard this before.
I know they're cute, but
You cannot kiss a turtle.
What do you get from turtles?
You're begging for salmonella.
Salmonella.
They say you are begging. There's a salmonella outbreak in 11 states that is linked to pet turtles. My daughter used to have a turtle, and they are cute.
Yeah.
I don't, they're not cuddly, but people cuddle up to them. They sure do.
They recently released a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw this thing that has absolutely destroyed my childhood. It was if turtles, like real life turtles, were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it's all these horrible factoids about turtles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a male turtle's penis can like reach its chin.
What?
Darn
Yeah,
dog. Can
that
you
like
imagine?
their shells just bleed for no reason.
Really?
Yeah, so it was like all these horrible things.
Yeah.
And it was like, they carry tons of diseases
Mhm.
and they eat just anything. It's like, it was all these horrible, like, here's what it would really look like if you wanted a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and it's horrifying.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, the CDC says you shouldn't have a pet turtle. In fact, most pet stores will not sell small turtles. You know how?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they in 1975, the federal government banned the sale of turtles with shells less than 4 inches long, and apparently it's because less than 4 inches. Because people used to have those little turtles, and they live a long, long time.
Yeah.
And so the CDC says any pet store that's half decent doesn't sell a turtle that's very small, but they're sold many times illegally online and at flea markets, and people take them home and cuddle with them, and they're getting salmonella. So
Cuddle with them.
flea market turtles are giving you salmonella in 11 states now. 26 people have had to be hospitalized because of salmonella.
Well,
no deaths so far.
I don't want to. I don't want to have to say nice things because I'm going to say a mean thing.
Yeah.
But as long as they're not children, I don't care.
You don't care.
I mean, if you're an adult kissing a turtle, that's on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. Like a 6-year-old, and they may not understand.
Right.
A 7-year-old, a child may not understand.
Of course.
the risks.
Of course.
But if you're 30.
Yeah.
Tough.
Isn't it? It's a fact that Sylvester Stallone still owns those turtles from Rocky.
Cuff and Link.
Yeah, Cuff and Link, or little turtles.
They were little.
In the movie Rocky, he either they were his already or he took them from the movie, and he still has them.
Yeah.
They live
80, 90 years older.
Exactly.
Not to be confused with a tortoise. Now, you can kiss those all day.
Now, your words, not mine.
I don't know.
Easy mountain learning.
I don't know. That's
We
mountain
didn't have
folk.
tortoises up there.
That's mountain folk.
All we had was a snapping turtle.
I don't. Well, we never got near those.
You take off a finger.
Yeah, I don't know. Turtles.
I mean, isn't that the oldest living creature? That tortoise down in the Galapagos or something, and people go ride it?
It's like 140 years
No,
old.
it's like 200 years old.
Yeah,
It's older than this country.
I remember we celebrated one's birthday who was born during the Civil War, and my comment was, can you imagine what that turtle's seen in all these years? And you said a lot of grass, and that may be true. That's probably true.
Yeah, you voted for Douglas and Johnson.
There's another...
They don't migrate.
That's right.
They don't move far.
There's another animal story today. Speaking of migration and moving, I actually thought this was an interesting study on not only animals, but also the local news. They did a report out of Boston. A couple is flying to Italy to be married at the end of the month. So they only have 10 days until they're going to get married.
Italy is the hot destination right now, I hear, for American
it's hot.
travelers.
Yeah. Is that right? That's the place to go.
The place to go right now.
It is.
Well, this couple's going to get married. Are you interested in Italy?
Not to get married.
No, Dave.
Easy, Dave.
Whoa,
Are
he's
you
triggered.
drunk?
He's triggered.
He's
off.
triggered. Get him off the ledge.
Are you drunk or are you hot?
We just triggered
You
him.
said the M word.
I'm sorry. No. I didn't make. No.
No.
Huh?
Calm down.
All right.
Easy.
Easy now. Whew, Lord,
What do you
no.
wanna know?
I just meant, would you like to see Italy? Would you like to go to Italy?
Absolutely.
I've been. Terrific place.
Woo!
I enjoyed it. You remember I stopped a robbery there. Mm-hmm. I had some of the finest. I had the best lasagna I ever had in Florence. I told you
that's
that.
what people go for.
I told you that. The best lasagna I ever had in Florence.
Breadsticks.
I had a little, an endless salad bowl.
The flight over, usually they'll give you a little lasagna in a little plastic tray.
Wonderful. Both were delicious.
Good.
This
Did you have
couple.
spaghetti while you were there too?
Oh yes.
With meatballs?
Oh yes.
And
That's
Domino's pizza.
best little place called Domino's. Right
You don't mess around when you go there, do
right
you?
across the Colosseum in Rome.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wonderful.
You know who makes that? Chef Boyardee.
We don't want to give out the secrets.
He's my personal chef at home.
That's right. Well, there's a couple, Donato Frattori of South Boston. He and his fiancée.
That's the Italian side, the
The
Southie?
Italian side, yeah.
Or is that Irish? I can't remember.
They are going to Rome to be married in 10 days. And they had gone to City Hall to fill out their marriage forms this past week. Unfortunately, while they were out of the house, their golden retriever chewed up a lot, 75% of the groom's passport. He had left it out on the dining room table as they were getting ready to pack, and the dog went over and chewed it up to where it's fairly unrecognizable.
That's bad.
So they are saying that he can't travel with
no
this.
papers.
Yeah.
So he's gone to the local government and the state government, and he says they're doing what they can.
I'm just a little stressed. Luckily, Congressman Lynch's office and Senator Markey's office have been super responsive. They've been in touch, at least with me in the State Department, to try to expedite things and help me get a new passport.
So they're trying, but they don't think he's going to be able to make it. I mean, it's really going to be. I mean, it's 10 days. He needs a new passport. They've got to get him one. It's going to be tough.
Passport office don't care. U.S. passport. I mean, it's good. He's got the congressman's help, but
I don't know that it's true, if this is true or not, but I've heard that senators in Congress, members of Congress, that's all 90% of the calls they get are from constituents wanting sped up passports.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You get a ton of that. Well, they want it, and they're saying because we have a ton of people going to the wedding that have already bought their tickets. I'm trying to think of alternatives if they can't make it to Italy. I mean, can you push the wedding, or can they get married is there an Epcot, Italy? You're darn right there is. In fact, I would prefer it.
You have lasagna there?
Best lasagna I ever had stateside was down Epcot Center.
Oh.
Little Italian place right outside.
Down with a Dole Whip.
Oh, my gosh. Dave, you've got to try it.
Nothing like lasagna. A hot lasagna in Florida.
Lasagna on a July day in Orlando.
Eating it al fresco.
It just calls my name. Wash it with a Dole Whip.
I don't know what we're doing here.
That make you want to get married, Dave.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
Easy now.
So, what they're planning is because
What can you do?
Everybody's bought their plane tickets. The place is booked, all of that. So it's hard to move it back.
Damn dog.
What they're planning is if he can't go, and it's possible, everyone is going to go. They're going to have the party, the reception and everything. She's going to have the vacation. He's going to Zoom in. Ooh. And then they'll get officially married when she gets back.
Yeah.
Because that's all they can do. They said there's nothing because the wedding's in a week, basically.
No, there's nothing you can do.
Now,
can you test it? Can you test that passport at the...
He went, and he said, as if he was going to fly, and they were like, what is this? It's like a pile.
Terrorist!
It's a pile of paper,
Yeah.
Now, here's what the second part of the story I found interesting was there's a male and female anchor broadcasting the story on the big station in Boston, the CBS affiliate in Boston. And they told the whole story. The whole story is they're getting married in Italy in 10 days. The passport has been chewed up by the dog. They show the dog and they do the whole story. Well, the woman at the end of it, even though she had read the intro and her colleague there had done the entire story, seemed surprised at the end. She was like, wait a minute, they're getting married in Italy?
The group says if he's not able to get that expedited passport in time, his fiance and all of their wedding guests will then go out to Italy without him, and then he'd have to see them when
gosh,
they
so they
all
want to get married there.
back. Yeah, it's a...
Fingers crossed for them.
Yeah, it's a tough
He's done
one.
his due diligence trying to get help, so hopefully
Yeah.
that works out.
Good luck. Good luck.
Oh, my gosh. She feels so bad. She
Oh, the
missed
passport. Yeah.
Oh, they want to get married.
Also, because the dog ate. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, good luck to those two, huh?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no. Yeah, she's so upset. I haven't seen you that disgusted since the word marriage came up.
Pull into the office and fire her. My God. That's awful.
I don't know about that.
If it's not on the prompter, then they have no personality.
I felt like she went through the whole story not even caring what she was, not even
been paying attention.
Yeah.
and hardly even paying attention. Oh no, they want to. She put her hands to her face, like, oh my gosh, they're trying to get married. They are. So they don't know what they're going to do.
And if you have a marriage license, that's generally date specific, right?
Yes, and they got that. They were getting that when the dog ate the
I
passport.
can't imagine the logistics of a destination wedding. I know people do it all the time. But
Right. Well, because the logistics are so up in the air, they can't, as you suggested, push it off 6 months.
Yeah.
Because everybody else has bought their plane tickets, the places booked, all that stuff. They spend all the money. So the best thing they can do is just
better have one guy eat the plane ticket than 20.
that's what they're doing. Yeah. That's
Is our passport system, could it be streamlined a little more, or is it just it's for security? But there's
you can't put it on your phone, can you?
no.
Because it'd be hacked into.
No.
It's for security
And
reasons.
the U.S. Passport Office does not care.
Yeah.
I mean, they have an expedite section,
Mhm.
but expedite is what, 6-8 weeks?
Yeah, there's no way you can do that. Exactly. Neil is on the phone who's talking about passports. Neil, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just had a comment. So we just got back from a trip overseas to the UK on Saturday, a couple days ago, and we had gotten passports for our children last year, early 2022. We thought we had done ours as well, me and my wife. Ours actually went expired earlier this year, so we didn't know that. We thought we did ours as well, so we ended up able to call and get a last-second Washington, D.C. passport office expedited appointment. So we had to drive to Washington, D.C. the day before we leave for the UK. We got a 8:30 in the morning appointment, and by, I think it was like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock that day, we had our passport.
Wow. Lucky.
Dang. So there's hope.
There's hope for this man.
There's hope, yeah. So there's hope, yeah. You have to. There's rules, right? You have to fill out the proper paperwork. You have to call within 14 days of your international travel. You have to show, your airport and airline itinerary and all that stuff. And it worked out for us.
That's great.
Do you think, all right, around the room,
Yeah.
do you think they'll get married in Italy?
I do.
Yes.
I think with the congressman on his side and with
He'll say drive to D.C.
I do. I think they'll do exactly what Neil did, and they'll drive from Boston down to Washington and get the passport.
50-50.
Well, that's because you
Well,
hate
you're
marriage.
colored,
You
Dave.
don't want marriage.
You're tainted.
You don't want them to get married. You don't want it to happen.
He'll thank me.
Mille grazie.
There's fine Italian in
Yes.
Boston. There's fine Italian in Boston.
Really good Italian in Boston.
Thank you,
Do you
Neil.
wanna take
oh,
a
yeah.
flight?
Oh, I went Patsy's? Ooh,
Yes.
That's good. Thank you, Neil.
Wine's good too.
Oh, yeah.
Go over to Faneuil Hall, get you something to eat.
Get your...
Quincy Market.
that Quincy Mark's good. That's good
Oh,
Italian
yeah.
in Boston.
Go to Italy, get married. Get away from
Look
me.
at you. If that dog saves him from that marriage, that's going to be the best pet that's ever been.
Dog's the smartest one out of the group.
I tried to save you, buddy.
That's Dave's take on it.
Who gets the dog?
That's right.
She does.
Right.